Hey, what's up people? Welcome to my channel. My name's Elena and today is the first day of my weekly vlog, and in true Elena fashion, it's only starting on Wednesday around, I think it's like 8 p.m. Well, I planned to do this like starting on Monday, but then I started reading and I kind of lost track of time, and yeah, by the time that I realized that, time is a thing that keeps going, it doesn't stop. It was like 1 in the morning, I was on my PJs, I did not feel like grabbing a camera and pointing it towards this, so yeah, that didn't happen. And then I planned to do it on Tuesday as well, but I ended up with a massive stomach bug, so again, didn't really feel like grabbing a camera and pointing it at this beauty here. Also TMI, sorry. So yes, it is now Wednesday and a lot has happened. First of all, I finally finished this baby, this massive, so it's called Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Wolf by Janie. Janie started out in Wattpad, which for those of you who don't know, it's a platform where you can like publish your own work. You can post chapter by chapter and it's free, and it is an amazing way to like get your work out there without committing yourself to actually publishing just yet. And you can find a lot of really wonderful, aspiring authors with amazing stories. She started out in Wattpad, and I actually found her whilst I was reading on there, and she had started this particular book, which is the one I read, and she never finished it, and then bada bing bada boom, 4 years later she actually published it, and I didn't even know that she had done so because I took a bit of a break from Wattpad. So when I found out she had published it, I was like, oh my god, can't be. I rushed to buy it, and yeah, and then I also found out that she had decided to make this one a part of the Gods and Monsters novel, which I hadn't read. So, I had to then wait for the entire collection of Gods and Monsters to arrive. I started reading it about a month ago, and when I say it was a journey, it was a journey. I mean, these babies are thick. Look at that. That's like, yeah, this one specifically has like 660 pages. And the font is really tiny, and when I say that they take every single inch of page that they can get a letter on, I'm not kidding. There's like barely any borders. So it was 660 pages filled to the brim. And then the other 3 books belonging to the trilogy of Gods and Monsters weren't any smaller. So it took me a while to get through them. I will be doing a review video on them. But yeah, so I managed to finish this baby on, I think it was Monday. Yeah, on Monday. It was late, so I just went straight to bed after that. And then on Tuesday, I was a bit ill. I couldn't really focus much. But I started a reread of The Vampire Academy by Richelle Mead. Richelle. And here I am butchering names again. I'm really excited for this. I mean, I got almost half of the book, well, a bit less, okay, a third of the book, in an hour, maybe, just a bit more, because, I mean, I forgot how much, let's ignore that, I forgot how, like, big the font is, and, like, how quick it is to read one page of this book, and I'll tell you what, it is insane, because like 1 page of Who's Afraid of Big Bad Wolf, so that's how big it is. 1 page of this took me about like a minute and a half, 2 minutes to get through, especially because some of the writing is a bit confusing at times, so I had to go back and like reread certain sentences to make sure that, they made sense in my brain. And this one, you can get through like a couple pages in under a minute. It's insane. And like the contrast, it's sick. I was flying through the pages on Vampire Academy and I was like, this is really weird. I feel like I'm like not fully reading the entire thing. But yeah, it was wonderful. So my plan is to see if I can either finish or get like close enough to finish it tonight. I want to go to bed earlier because I've been going to bed insanely late. Like it's light outside by the time I get to bed, so I want to try and get to bed a bit earlier. So I'm not going to force myself to finish it. I'll see how far into it I can read, but I've got a few hours, so I should be able to. So yeah, and then hopefully I can get through the entire collection this month. I'm so excited for this because I first read this collection when I was a kid, when it came out, and time I didn't read in English. I used to read in Portuguese, so I used to have to wait for the translated version to come up in the bookstores in Portugal, and then I'd go and I'd buy it and I'd read it. Now, they never translated the entire collection. They just translated, I think it was either the first one or the first couple books in this series. And I remember thinking, because I devoured it in like a day or two. It was insane. And I remember thinking at the time that I just couldn't wait for them to come up with the next book. But then I kept waiting and waiting and waiting, and it never did. And I got really, really disappointed. And then when I started picking up books in English, obviously, I thought, well, I want to know what the hell happens after the end of book one. So, first thing I did, bought the entire collection of Vampire Academy, and now I am finally binge reading it, and it's going to be awesome, and it's going to be amazing, and I know I'm way behind from the entire world, but that's okay, because I'm committed. We can do this. I can catch up. It's fine. I also told myself a couple days ago that I wouldn't buy any more new books until I've read at least 50% of the books on my bookshelf, because at the moment, seeing as I've just moved and I had to repurchase all of my books back in English, about 99.9% of my bookshelf is unread. I need to stop. I can't afford these luxuries. I said this and I just bought a new book, but we can ignore that. It's like, shh, it's a secret. Nobody needs to know. But yeah, so the plan for tonight is going to be reading that, hopefully finishing it. I might or not make use of the fact that I feel nice and refreshed and film one of the videos on my schedule for YouTube. Might happen, might not happen. Either way, you're going to find out tomorrow, because I'm probably not going to come back on this camera because, yes, I don't like being on camera when you can see the weeks and weeks of bad sleep schedules right under my eyes. So that ain't gonna happen. But yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Wake up now, please. Can I get up now? Can I get up now? Why? Hey yo, what's up? It is Thursday today, and I would love to say good morning, but it is actually nearly 11 in the evening. So, hi, good evening. So last night I ended up not sleeping anything at all. I think I had maybe a 2-hour quick power nap, and that was it. So I am absolutely exhausted, but I had a very productive day today. I didn't quite finish my book because come around 2-3 in the morning, I was just exhausted and I couldn't focus on the words anymore, so I ended up putting it down and just browsing through YouTube for the rest of the evening. I got up to page 250 So I am nearly done with the book. So hopefully I'll be done with it tonight, and then I can pick up book number 2. And I'm excited. I want to be seeing the movie after I finish maybe either the first book, or maybe I'll read the second book and then watch the movie, just because I don't want to quite risk spoiling myself the second book, just in case they've added some bits of it into the movie. Because I will be doing a book to movie review. So, keep an eye out for that. Other than that, I got some exciting things. So today arrived my little string of hearts. Look at that! Oh, it is so cute and adorable, and I love it. And it is a lot smaller than I remembered ordering, but it's fine because everything worked out. She is gonna reside on my bookshelf. She's a lot smaller than I expected, so I am gonna go back on the market for a slightly bigger version of it, so I can put it at the top of the bookshelf and it'll drape nicely around the side. But for the time being, it's so cute. Look at that. There's little hearts, and yeah, I'm in love. I am in love. And then on top of that, I also got my magazine. So I am an avid National Geographic follower and reader. And then I couldn't control myself. So I also got The Pirates from All About History. So yeah, the plan for this evening is going to be, as I said, I'm going to try and finish the Vampire Academy first book, and then I'm going to try and get started on the second book, and yeah, and stop whenever I pass out from exhaustion. So I will see you tomorrow. Hey all, good evening. It is now Friday. It's about 8:30 here, and today was a lazy day. So today was really grey and rainy outside, so we ended up staying in bed until 3 in the afternoon. Oops. But it was nice. It was a lazy, chill morning / afternoon. It felt good. I was planning to actually do some filming, but my book was calling out my name, so I ended up just moving from bed straight into my reading beanie bag, whatever it's called, and yeah, I was reading for a fair bit. I finished my book yesterday, and it was everything I remembered, and then a little bit more. I had completely forgotten about a certain couple. I'm not gonna, Lisa. I was yeah, I did not remember this character being this way, at all. This is the annoying thing. When you're rereading a book that you've read before, or that you've seen the movie, most of the time, especially if the movie is quite accurate to the story and to the plot in the book, most of the time it's a bit annoying because you end up spoiling yourself. Even if you've read it eons ago, like me, you still end up even if you don't remember the whole story when you start reading the book, you will start remembering things as you're reading, and you'll spoil yourself a couple pages ahead, which is really annoying. But I did not mind it. It was lovely to just be able to jump back into my sort of childhood a little bit and revisit those characters, and it got me excited to read the rest of the collection, because as I mentioned, when you're 12 or 13 and you fall in love with a specific book and you want to know what happens next, and you can't because they haven't translated it for you, and you can't read in English because you don't know how to read in English yet because you're way too young to know this shit, and it is just infuriating. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I've set to do, is just buying the collections that I used to read as a kid in Portuguese and reread them in English. Because another frustrating thing about being not being British or American or like whatever country that speaks English as normal, as their day-to-day language. Another annoying thing is when you start reading in English, because your English has gotten that good, like when you start reading in English, it is incredibly difficult, if not impossible, to go back and reread the same books but the translated version. It's like it just doesn't work anymore. It's weird, it's awkward, and it just feels wrong, and you end up like trying to force yourself through one chapter or two, and then you're like, yeah, sorry, I just can't like put it out, go away, bye, shoo. So I've been waiting for a long time to find out what happens in Vampire Academy. So today I started Frostbite. I'm currently about a third or a fourth of the way in, so that's my bookmark there. I'm on page 94, and the reason why I haven't read any further is because about an hour into me starting to read, and being interrupted several times by my cat, my boyfriend decided to play with his VR headset. He was playing Beat Saber, and I am a sucker for Beat Saber. If you don't know what it is, Beat Saber is essentially a virtual reality game where you've got like these lightsabers, kind of like Star Wars lightsabers, which is really cool, and then to the beat of a song you've got like these squares that approach and you need to cut through them, and it sounds easy, but some songs can be like absolutely inhumanly difficult to pass. I mean, I would have to be a freaking vampire, and even then I'm pretty sure I'd have a hard time passing some of those songs. But with a lot of training, and I mean a lot of training, you'll get it. So that's what I was doing for about 3 hours. Yes, because I'm obsessed. So now I can't feel my arms, but at the same time I exercised a few bit. I did quite a lot of cardio. I was sweating buckets by the end of it. So I guess that's good too. It is now 8:30. I'm waiting for my dinner to cook, and I think what I'm gonna do now, I was thinking of maybe filming my books hauled for 2020, but I don't really feel like filming anything, plus my hair's a mess and it's wet, so I don't really feel like bothering. So I might do that tomorrow, but I think for now I'm just gonna cozy up with my book again, make myself some tea, get my dinner, and I think I've got pretty good chances of finishing the book. I mean, as I said, it's 8:30. I usually only go like turn in for the night around 1, 2-ish. Let's be honest, 3 o'clock in the evening. So yeah, I can finish the book. It will depend massively on whether or not my cat decides to cooperate. But yes, so that being said, I am gonna skedaddle, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. I think it's Saturday. It is now Saturday the 13th. And it is just past 10. And today was a productive day. I'm lying, it wasn't. I got up at like 3 in the afternoon again, but oh well. I didn't quite finish my book last night, but this time it was thanks to my dear friend Bethan Barnard over in Combat Life, who decided to post her video of her unboxing her new compound bow. Compound bow? Recurve bow. And as an archer myself, I just couldn't resist, and I ended up geeking out over it for about an hour or two. And then since I was already on YouTube, I just ended up binging YouTube for the longest time, and then I was way too tired, so I just decided to go to bed and binge some more YouTube there, and yeah, not much happened. Anyhow, so today, fast forward to today, about 3 in the afternoon, I received my Fairy Loot box for the month of May, which is what I was doing today. So today I just filmed the unboxing for that, and it was so cool. So I tried audiobooks. They're not really my thing. They don't really work for me that well. I actually found a really good one. It was The Help, and the way that it was narrated, it was beautiful, it was lovely, but I can't focus. I just lose focus so easily. For me, reading's got to be, physical with a book, looking at it and reading it. Otherwise my mind will start to wander, and then I won't listen to half of what's happening, and then I get lost and I lose interest in the story, which is what happened. Regardless of how well the story itself is narrated, it's just, it's a focusing problem. So instead, to keep me company today, I have restarted watching, or rather, I have started rewatching. There we go. I have started rewatching The Avatar, Legend of Aang again, because 1, it's awesome, 2, it's one of my favorite shows, 3, it's awesome, and then 4, whilst I was binge watching YouTube yesterday and catching up on some videos on my watch later list, I came across a video from Murphy Napier, another booktube that I follow here on booktube, and she did an Avatar trivia face-off, and it put me in the massive mood of just rewatching the entire Avatar. I'm not the biggest fan of Legend of Korra, just because I can't get used to, like, Avatar's world, it's got that vibe of, like, very primitive almost, very, like, we are in sync with nature, we work with it, we don't try to kind of overthrow it. As well as the Legend of Korra, it just feels too modern, too close to modern time. It's not as spiritual, I don't know, spiritual's not the right word for it. It just feels a bit more modern than Legend of Aang, and for some reason I just can't wrap my hand around that world. It just, I don't know, every time I watch it I start off going, yeah, I'm really excited, this sounds fun, and then about 2 episodes in I'm like, and this does not sound so fun anymore. I haven't been able to finish it, so I should probably try and do that, so I can actually have an opinion about it beyond I don't like it. Legend of Aang is one of my favorite shows. I've grown up with it and I love it. It's just the best. So yeah, so it put me in the mood to rewatch it, which is what I've been doing. I've been binging on it all day today. I started it yesterday whilst I was doing some work on my laptop as well. I've just started season 2 now. I also remembered why I'm so in love with Zuko, because Zuko is amazing. Like, this is how my friends find who the bad guy in movies, in series, and TV shows he is. It's basically the guy I will fall in love with. Like, that's who I go for. This is how we find out who the bad guy is. It's like whoever I'm attracted to. I might watch a couple more episodes from Avatar, but I am definitely going to be calling it a night soon and finishing Frostbite. And then hopefully I will be picking up Shadow Kiss. I had a bit. I forgot which one that came next. Don't judge me. So yeah, that's the plan for tonight. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Yo, and today is Saturday. Again, filming this at like 10:30 in the evening. I suck at like turning on a camera before the sun goes down. Like, it just doesn't happen, like, ever. Anyhow, last night I did so as I planned, last night I finished Frostbite, and I'm moving on to Shadow Kiss. Shadow Kiss is the first book of the collection that I haven't read yet. So from now on, it will be a surprise, it will be new, and it's exciting, and I can't wait. I wasn't sure before if I had read Frostbite or not, but then the more I read it, the more I could remember bits and bobs of it, and again, spoiled myself the ending, spoiled myself a lot of things in the book, just because I started remembering it as I read. I had definitely read that one already. I am like 99.9% sure I haven't read Shadow Kiss because I don't think it was translated into Portuguese. So that will be new and I'm excited and I can't wait to see where it goes. Also, from what I remember vaguely from the movie that was made from this collection, I am also 99.9% sure that the movie only shows scene, like it only encompasses bits of the first book. It might have one or two details from the second book, but I'm like fairly certain that it's only about the first book. So I'll be watching the movie soon and I'll be able to make a comparison soon. Some exciting things. Today was a busy day. Today I ended up waking up at 3 in the afternoon again because alarm clocks are just not a thing in this household. Me and my boyfriend, we bought a dining table, a 6-seat dining table and a bookcase. Like they kind of work as a combo. They're solid wood and they're beautiful, and we got it for the biggest bargain ever in history. However, there was a lot of DIYing, like a lot of TLC to do on it, so that's what we spent the day doing. I did not expect to spend my entire day doing that, and then by the end of it we just had dinner and we ended up watching a movie. So we watched the Croods, which is like an amazing movie. It's severely underrated. It's such a cute movie. So all of this combined, I was actually planning to film my book haul today, but I don't think I'm going to be doing that until tomorrow now. Hopefully also tomorrow. we keep saying this for the past like 2 weeks. We keep saying we need to go to bed earlier, we need to wake up earlier, but then what ends up happening is I start reading, he starts playing his games because he's like a game fanatic. He starts playing his games, I start reading my books, and then by the time we realise it, it's like daylight outside, it's morning, it's 5 in the morning, and we still haven't gone to bed. Which we then eventually do go to bed because we're both exhausted. And then obviously, you know, later on in the morning comes and we're just like too tired to get out of bed because we haven't slept anything because we went to bed late. And then fast forward to 3 in the afternoon when we actually get up, and then we're like, yeah, we're not doing the same thing tomorrow, and it's just somehow it ends up being the same thing the following day. But you know, we're going to keep saying that tomorrow's the day we wake up before noon, and eventually it will happen. The plan for tonight is to read some of Shadow Kiss. I might watch a couple episodes of Avatar just because, like, it's calling my name. It's calling to me. I feel like watching it. So that might happen as well. I think at the moment I'm like halfway through season 2, so halfway through the Earth book, and I'm still loving it. And Zuko is just getting, oh my god, he's stealing my heart, and his sister is such a massive psychotic bitch. What is wrong with her? Like, what's up with that? Why? Who pissed on your cereal when you were born? Yeah. Anyhow. So that's the plan for this evening. Just gonna take my makeup off. I got all dolled up to film a video that never happened. So I'm just gonna like wash all the sorrow away and get cozy with a cat. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye! Hey everybody, so this is a very awkward outro to my weekly vlog because I'm an idiot and I forgot to film one because I didn't realise that actually it wasn't Saturday, it was Sunday already. So yeah, and then after that we had a busy week here in the household. So I just didn't get around to do any editing until yesterday when I realized I didn't have an outro. So here I am, filming one. Super interesting. I don't really know how to film an outro. Like, what are you supposed to say? Like, bye, see you next week, I guess. I'm in the middle of filming my weekend vlog, so also orcs, but you know, things happen, stuff happens. Anyhow, so all this to say that I finished 2 books this week, Vampire Academy and Frostbite, which is the first 2 books of the Vampire Academy series by Richelle Mead. And I am starting Shadow Kiss soon. Well, I'm filming this now, so I've already started it, but at the end of last week, when this was supposed to have been filmed, I hadn't started it yet. I was about to. So there we go. That's the situation. I think that's it. This is an awkward outro, guys. I've warned you. There was a warning. There you go. It's my first weekly vlog. I'm sure I'll get better from here on. I mean, it can't really get any... I'm not going to say that because I'm going to drink myself. But, yeah, you get what I'm saying. Yeah, it'll get better. Just have faith in me. It's fine. So, yeah. Bye. Thank you for putting up with me for a whole week. Or I guess for you is for about 20 to 30 minutes because that's how long this vlog video is. But for me, it was a whole week. Oh, yes, exciting stuff. But yeah. Bye!